Hey y'all, it's Natalie here once again, and today is officially my 1 month living in Brazil. So I thought it would be a really great time for me to share with you my first impressions of living in Brazil versus living in Thailand, since I just moved from Thailand. I was there for a year and a half, and then I came here to Brazil. And if you're curious as to why I left Brazil, check out my last video where I kind of go, it's a life update. I go into a little bit more detail of why I chose to leave Thailand. There's nothing wrong with Thailand. I wasn't leaving Thailand because I wasn't happy in Thailand. I left Thailand for myself. I'm just going to be going through an overview of safety, which is a big concern for people, cost of living, differences of cost of living, and the culture. Now, in no way is this video intended to tell you what's better and what's worse, which country's better or worse. Each country is its own thing separately, so keep that in mind. I'm just sharing with you my experiences and what I'm realizing as a solo female traveler living in these two different places. So let's start off with the safety. As you know, I wholeheartedly stand by Thailand being a place that women especially should visit to experience what safety feels like on a deep level. Physical safety, patriarchal safety, and everything that comes along with that. But one thing that I have noticed in Brazil is the need for my safety alerts to come back on board, meaning I need to watch my surroundings, watch behind me. I need to not carry certain items with me, especially if they're expensive. I was in an Uber and we were in traffic on the highway, and he was like, roll up your window. This is not a good area. And I'm like, we're on the highway. Like, what you mean? This is a very bad area. He locks all the doors. He stretches over and rolls up the passenger window and asks me to roll everything up because people can just reach in and threaten you to steal your stuff, to snatch something out your hand, and they will be gone. So this has been an adjustment for me. Even my nail tech, I came to her, and she's in a decent area out in Rio, but not like in the touristy area of Rio. And she was like, yeah, you have your camera on you and you have a shoulder bag on you. Do not be outside at night with that. That makes you a target. And so she insisted that she drive me home herself instead of me taking an Uber. Just straight off the bat, I am recognizing just how much more armored I have to be. And this is something that I haven't really had to experience since I've left the United States, because even in the States, there is this heightened awareness that you need when you leave your car, or you're at a gas station, or just all the little things that come with living in the United States. Even the first Airbnb I stayed for 2 weeks, and I ended up leaving because my nervous system just didn't allow me to rest. I didn't feel safe, not necessarily in the Airbnb itself, but in the neighborhood. I'm so happy I did not gaslight myself into staying, because me listening to myself and choosing to shift in another direction enabled me to find another location, another Airbnb, which I feel so much safer in. All right, cost of living. One thing that I can definitely say is that Brazil is a lot more expensive than living in Thailand, for sure. What I could afford in Thailand for $500 a month when it comes to accommodations, in Brazil, nowhere close. Nowhere close to the amenities, nowhere close to the modern accessibility, like nowhere close. Like, you will be living in a different, not so great neighborhood, not so great space, probably an aged building. Even when it comes to transportation, Uber is the main rideshare company in Brazil versus Grab and Bolt and InDrive in Thailand. And comparing the two, it's very different. In Thailand, I could get a 20-minute motorbike ride easily for $1 and change. Whereas here in Brazil, you're looking at, $3-4 starting. And that's like at a low time, going upwards to potentially $8, $9. And then when it comes to cars, it just goes up from there. So in Brazil, I take public transport when possible, which is not as convenient and will take much longer to get certain places. But one thing that's good about public transportation in Brazil is that it tends to be a lot safer than other modes of transportation. In Thailand, motorbikes, cars, public transportation were all cheap. Like getting picked up in MGs, like these are some really nice cars. Like you would get picked up in some like high level, especially in Chiang Mai. And in Bangkok it was a little different, and in Pattaya it was a little bit different. But in Chiang Mai, I was getting picked up in some decent cars, okay? Cars that would be considered uber black cars in Brazil, but honestly, even above uber black. Even when it comes to meals, full meals, in Thailand, my budget per week was 1,000 baht, which is like $30 for meals, for drinks, for whatever. In Brazil, $30 may, if you're eating out now, may get you 3 meals. So in Brazil, I have opted a lot more for getting groceries and cooking for myself rather than going out to eat. Going out to eat is like a once a week type of thing for me, whereas Thailand, eating out was almost a daily occurrence. And now when it comes to the culture, I feel like this is the thing that really had me gravitate towards Brazil and coming here, just because there is a different energy in Brazil. There's a different heartbeat. And I keep saying heartbeat, but I think just recently I was able to articulate what that is. And the heartbeat is the people. Thai people, land of smiles. They're so nice. They're so accommodating. They're, they are great as a whole. However, in Brazil, and I feel like it also comes down to like my own cultural roots. In Brazil, the people feel like family. It's not just about their blackness, which is also a thing. It's like seeing your reflection in the people around you is a beautiful experience. But the people, it's like you know how you have like a auntie, like an older auntie or a grandma that's like a big warm hug. It's like, come here, baby, you hungry? Like it's so welcoming, so comforting, so just like loving. It is just a deeply loving, and I just feel held by even my nail tech. This lady on the street who sells acaraje, I think it's acaraje, aracaje, I think it's acaraje, which is a little Brazilian thing. She's so sweet. I just felt like she could be my family. That's what I really have been connecting a lot with here. Now the food, the food is good. The food is good. Okay, let me get that straight out. The food is good. However, I'm not a big meat eater already. And Brazil, meat is the meal. And this is coming from someone who is a trained chef, okay? Brazilian food is beautiful, delicious, flavorful. But my specifications, like what I love, is spice. For me, Thailand touched every taste bud. Thai food, I'm just drooling about it right now. It touched the spicy, the tangy, the sweet, the savory, like all of that gets wrapped up in one. The textures of the different foods, you have papaya salad paired with grilled meat, and then paired with, you eat fruit at the end. It's like there's I'm still drooling. I miss Thai food. I will be honest. I do miss Thai food. I'm happy that I know how to cook Thai food, but the access to ingredients is going to be different, and I'm going to need to have my own condo instead of living in an Airbnb to feel comfortable to really get in the nitty and gritty of cooking like that. I have to carry with me in my bag, I have to carry with me hot sauce wherever I go. Like, this is my saving grace. The other day I carried not just hot sauce but also a lime, because it's just something about spice and tanginess together when you pair it with meat. and everything together, it just pulls something out, and I just like that. I think Thai food has like tainted my taste buds, but it is what it is. And like I said at the beginning of this video, in no way is this meant to bash either country. I'm thoroughly enjoying my time in Brazil. The one thing that I'm realizing that I love about Brazil, outside of the things that I've mentioned, is the geography. The geography, like seeing the tall mountains. Like you think that Chiang Mai is full of mountains. Brazil, huge, beautiful mountains everywhere you go. It's just like a landscape I have never seen before. Even though I've been here before, but the landscape, I forgot how beautiful it is. The beaches, gorgeous beaches, like dreamy beaches. Anyways, that's what I got so far. These are just my first impressions. And I'm not staying in Rio. I do plan on visiting other cities in Brazil. I really want to see Bahia, Salvador. Something's calling me there. I would love to see Sao Paulo. I've been seeing other cities that have been popping up on my newsfeed that I didn't even think about. Brazil is huge, and to restrict myself to just Rio is like crazy. So I should be having more updates about my experiences. Again, this is just from me being in Rio. I'll definitely have more experiences, more updates to share as time goes on. So make sure you're following so you don't miss any of those updates. I hope you enjoyed this video and it was helpful and educational for you. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you on the next video.